Namaste and welcome back to Office Yoga with Laura Ann. I'm a registered yoga teacher, and today I'm going to be showing you some additional standing stretches and exercises that you can do at your home office or your worksite office using your desk and your chair as props. I always tell people to please practice within your own range of motion at your own pace and don't do anything that feels uncomfortable or unnatural to you. And let's begin. Take a moment to just come into the present moment. You can bring your hands to your heart, or you can just rest your hands on tops of your thighs. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Relax any tension around your neck and your shoulders by slowly turning your head from side to side a couple times and noticing how your neck feels. Next, bring your chin to your chest and raise it up and down a couple times. And very slowly, keeping your neck long, circle the head in both directions a couple times. Inhale, raise your arms over your head, lean back slightly. Exhaling, interlace your fingers. And then inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend from side to side a couple times. Keep your feet firmly planted on your floor. Just going from side to side, gently stretching out the side of your body. And these are just exercises you can do before you begin your workday, or you can do throughout your workday. So you don't have to do every exercise every time, just maybe choose a few to kind of just bring a little inspiration or a little more energy to your day by doing these exercises. And then make a couple circles, and then a few rounds of cat-cow. So we're just warming up our spine a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and come up to standing. And you're gonna stand between your chair and your desk. So have your chair on one side and the desk on the other side. And what I want you to do is just start with some gentle squats. So placing one hand on your desk, the other hand on your chair, and just squat down a couple times. And now circle your knees, warming up the knees and the ankle joints in both directions. And then kind of separating the knees and in the other direction. Next, step your feet wider than your hips and then make some circles right at your waistline, at your hips. This is a nice way to kind of release some tension in the lower back. And we're just warming up the spine. Now you're going to bend forward. You can slightly bend your knees and then bend your knees and lean back. And do that a couple times. Bend forward, soft knees. And then with soft knees, lean back. Just pay attention. Notice what you feel and where you feel it. And then come back to center. You're going to shift your hips to one side and raise the opposite arm, going into a side bend towards your desk. And then switch sides. Make sure the chair doesn't move. So you're not going to press your weight onto the chair, because my chair is on wheels. So in case your chair is on wheels, make sure that you are not pushing that chair and you're going to slip and fall. And Peaches is just walking in and out. She's joining us today. And then one more time, bending from side to side. Just checking in with how the sides of your body feels. And then back to center. All right, so face your desk, place your hands on your desk, and walk your feet back. We're gonna go right into a downward facing dog. It's a nice full body stretch. And you're lift your tailbones, soft bend in your knee. You want your back to be nice and long. Arms are stretched over your desk if that's available. If your hamstrings are really tight, you can bend your knees. And then bicycle your feet, just gently bending one knee as you straighten the other side. And now just shift your hips from side to side a couple times. These are nice lower body stretches and exercises, because when you're sitting all day, it tends to compress your lower back. So you want to release that lower back tension. So we're rounding and unrounding our spine, a couple more rounds of cat-cow. And then slide your hands up a little bit higher. Step your right foot forward and bend that knee. Your toes are pointing straight ahead and about hip distance apart. You can lift the back heel as you bend the front knee. Make sure the front knee stays behind your toes. Your knee does not go in front of your toes. And then lift your right arm up. You can lean back slightly. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. Switch arms, raise the other arm up. A couple more deep breaths in and out. And then bring that hand down. Straighten the front leg and then dipping that under that right hip. Maybe bring your forearms to your desk. Folding forward, feeling the stretch, on nice hamstring stretch on the back of the front leg. And you may feel stretching on the calf of the back leg. You can always bring the feet closer together, but if you want to feel a deeper stretch and you can stay balanced with it and have your alignment in place, then go for it if you want to step the feet a little further apart. And then straighten and bend that knee a couple times. Intensifying the front leg and back leg stretch as you go from one direction to the other. Now keeping the knee bent, walk your hands up. You're going to pivot that heel inward and draw that hip back for warrior two. Hands can be on the desk and the hip, or you can bring the arms straight out from your shoulders. On the other, gazing over your right fingertips, draw your shoulder blades in. Press your feet firmly down into the floor. Isometrically drawing your heels in towards each other. They won't move, but you can feel the engagement in your inner thighs here. Couple more breaths. Bring the right hand down, straighten the leg. For triangle again. Lifting, or for a triangle. And you're trying to not round on that left side of your body, or in this direction, it's probably going to be your right side. Or you might be, because I'm probably mirroring you. And then you're gazing up toward your right thumb. And then from there, if you want to reach that arm over a little further, you can. And bend the knee for a supported side angle bend. And then straighten that leg slowly. Always moving slowly in and out of the postures. Now turning the toes in both directions. You can take the feet in, heels, toes, heels, toes. And I'm going to move forward because so that the chair can be equally, if possible, have you're standing evenly between the chair and your desk. Lifting your heels again, you're going to pivot your feet toward the chair now. And then bend that knee for warrior two. Bringing the arms up to T, or you can keep your hands on the desk and the chair. Gazing over your right fingertips. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. Now straightening the leg for triangle on this side. Maybe you can just place your forearm on the top of your chair. Again, don't let that chair, should not be moving. You're pressing your feet down, drawing the heels in towards each other isometrically. Hands on the chair and the hip. You can adjust your hands according to your needs or what's most available for you. Gazing up toward your opposite thumb now. Couple deep breaths in and out. And then bring the hand down. Facing toward the chair. And bend the knee to kind of hop the foot forward and march it out. You're going to step that same leg back, straight back, so the feet are hip distance apart. Bending your opposite leg this time. Raising one arm up. And then bring it down. So we're doing the same thing, but we're just switching sides, switching legs in opposite position. And then bring that hand down. And then straightening and bending. Going back and forth. Feeling a nice stretch on the back of the leg here. And then when we adjust on the back and Even maybe you can feel some stretching on the calf, possibly. Okay, and then hop, step that foot. Bring your hands to this, one hand to your chair, the other hand up to your desk. And we're just going to do a little balance, just taking the leg backward and forward. So there's a soft bend in the standing leg. And then you're taking the leg back, bending the knee, and extend it forward and back. Now, this is a light touch. You know that your desk shouldn't move, and your chair shouldn't move either, but I do have a swivel chair, and you may too, and a chair on wheels, so you just be careful. And then hold the leg up. Maybe bring one arm or both arms up, so you're balancing on the standing leg. Feeling the thigh muscles working there, and then bring the leg back. And you can bring one arm out, the opposite arm for modified warrior 3. And then coming back up. And if you're able to reach your pant leg or the ankle to stretch out the thigh, a nice thigh stretch, and a dancer pose or warrior, or supported dancer pose. Yes, sometimes I have challenges talking. And then bring that leg down, march it out. Doing the other side. So now we're standing on the opposite leg, slight bend in the knee, and you're just shifting forward as you take the leg back, then the knee, shift back as you bring that knee forward and back. So again, it's a light touch. You're using the desk and the chair for balance. And then bring that leg forward. Press through the heel. You'll feel your thigh muscles engaging. And then soft bend in that standing leg. You can bring your arms out to T if you want. And then even if you could, I can do it on the other side, but if you're able to do that, you can go back and do it on the other side. And then hold the ankle to stretch out the thigh. And then lift the leg up for a supported dancer pose. Still having a soft bend in the standing leg. And then on that side, extend the leg back, bring the opposite arm forward for warrior 3 on the opposite side. Bring the hand down, bring both legs down, march it out. And then just bending forward, facing your desk, coming to a forward fold, lower the crown of your head. Just relax any tension in your lower back. Maybe bicycle a few more times. And then come up and down on your heels. Walk your feet a little closer. We're going to do a spinal twist. So your arms are folded like so on your desk. Keep your inner arm down. And then take your outer arm that's facing the camera up and then reach up. Exhaling, you're going to thread the needle by sliding the arm under, feeling a stretch across this shoulder, and then gently relaxing this arm, this shoulder as much as you can. Take a couple deep breaths in and out. Now slide that arm out or back to neutral. And then reaching the other arm up and out to the side. Thread the needle, so slide it under. Like you're bringing that shoulder toward the desk, the top of the desk, feeling the stretch across the opposite shoulder. Taking a couple deep breaths in and out on that side. And then slowly rise up. Bend your knees and come all the way up. Standing next to your chair, your desk, and preparing for a tree pose. Soft bend in your knees, shift your weight towards your desk, bend the outside knee, turn the toes out. Now, ideally, we practice with your shoes off, but because we're simulating working at an office or if you're at home, obviously you can take your shoes off. And then from there, you can lift the foot a little higher if you like. Soft bend in the standing knee. You're still rooting your tailbone. Shoulders draw in towards each other in the upper back. Draw your lower abdomen in. Taking some deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, placing your hands. Find your drishti point. Find a spot to stare at on the floor to help you with balance. And then mindfully, intentionally lifting your spine through the crown of your head, gently tucking your chin. And then when you're ready, you can place your hands to your heart or on your hips, or one hand on the chair, one hand on your hip. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Make sure you never press against the knee joint. So the foot has to be either above or below your knee. Find your balance. Find your peace. Maybe use a word or a phrase. I am peaceful. I am balanced. Hi. Peaches can say, I am cute. Yes, you are a cutie pie. And then release. Now you can just turn around because again, you don't want to lean on that chair, or you can use your wall. So you can put your opposite arm. I'm just going to face away from you, but if you wanted to use your wall and just slide your hand up along the wall, and then bend the knee, place it to the outside. So doing the other side. I'll just use the desk. So coming to your mountain pose again. Knees softly bent, tailbone is rooting, shoulder blades in towards each other. Drawing your lower abdomen in, chin gently tucked, spine is long. Shifting over to the opposite side, bringing that knee out, and then placing the foot. You can keep the toes on the ground, place the toes on the floor, heel above the opposite standing ankle, and then placing your palms. Find your drishti point, your focus point, preferably something that's not moving toward the floor. Taking some deep breaths in and out. And release. Go ahead and take your seat. And just take a few seconds to check in and notice how your body feels. Notice whether you feel any different now before you started your practice. And if you don't, there's no judges here, no judgment. It's just bringing yourself to that awareness of being that observer of your body and your breath, allowing yourself to quiet your mind. And hopefully this little practice will help you and inspire you throughout your day and just give you some peace and balance. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your workday. Until next time. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share a positive comment or share it with others. And also, if you like it enough, maybe you will also subscribe. So take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.